Welcome back to Star Trek Resurgence. We've got big developments in the last episode. All sorts of stuff involving the Takan and brainwashing and stuff like that. So let's continue. Yeah, you should go get your hands checked out.
You saved as many Elydian lives as you could. And more importantly, you looked after your crew. That's what counts. You have to look out for your own, first and foremost.
That doesn't change the fact 15 lives were lost out there.
True. But 5 times more than that were saved.
Indeed.
It's all a matter of perspective.
Focus on the win.
Unfortunately, the Admiral was among those who didn't make it.
Understood Jar's feelings of remorse over the lives that couldn't be saved during the Elydian ship rescue.
I'm sure it's a huge blow to the Elydians. I hope they don't blame us. We suffered our own losses as well.
People are still...
How are we getting our away team back?
Ambassador Spock and the rest of the senior staff are waiting for us in the briefing room to discuss just that. I wanted a chance for you and I to speak first, given the circumstances.
Oh?
While protocol might suggest we alert Starfleet about our situation, missing crew, the data breach, possible threat from the Hatari, or Takan, I think we're better off keeping this to ourselves, under our control.
I disagree.
You know what's at stake for me here, and what is at stake for you, too. I can't afford another mission gone wrong, and I'm really counting on your support. I don't want to raise a false alarm just yet. And I have every confidence we can wrap this up before it gets any worse than it already is.
Gotta be honest here.
I'm sorry, Captain, but this isn't about you. The lives of everyone who wears a uniform are at stake.
I don't see it that way.
We're ready in the briefing room, Captain.
Disappointed by Jar's refusal to support his decision whether to alert Starfleet about the status of the mission. I mean, he's focusing on his own career over the safety of, like, the galaxy. It's a bad decision he's making. It's his call to make. You know, I won't alert Starfleet without his approval, but he's making a really, really, really stupid and self-centered decision here. Like, just objectively, a terrible decision. If I'm not mistaken, his appearance. I think the big images they show here changed based on yeah, I'm getting the impression the images might change based on how they feel about you.
On our way. Is there any update on our efforts to trace the Zeldy's warp signature?
Unfortunately, no. Somehow they were able to mask the signature and block our ability to track their trajectory.
I'm also concerned about what went with them. A Taconian energy source.
Sidron referred to it as the Cartabula.
Yes, I've been analyzing your tricorder scans. This Cartabula is more powerful than any energy source on record. It disabled our ability to warp and likely created the ion storm.
Something that powerful in their hands?
We have to find that ship.
It could be anywhere by now.
Literally anywhere.
The Hotari must know where the ship is headed.
If you can even
Doubt
call
it.
them Hotari at this point.
Whoever they are, they've cut off all communication.
And our only source on the inside is now in sickbay.
Tylus.
The Takan also compromised our systems when Petty Officer Maris stole data from our computer core.
We're assessing what was lost as we speak. It's just too soon to say exactly what they had access to.
Starfleet needs to know about this.
We're not contacting Starfleet until we fully understand the situation. There are too many unknowns.
They stole our data. That's reason enough to warn Starfleet.
But the captain does have a point. It might be better to wait until we know more.
We shouldn't take any chances. We should at least alert Starfleet that our system was compromised.
I agree with Commander Rydek. We should let Starfleet decide how they want to handle it.
And essentially tell them this mission was a failure before it's even over? No. That's not how we're gonna do it. Not on my ship.
He is so wrong. Angered by Jar's continued refusal to support his decision, leaving him questioning his choice of first officer. He is in the wrong. Supported Jar's assessment that Starfleet should be informed that the Resolute system had been compromised. See? Spock gets it. Grateful for Jar's defiance when Solana suggested withholding information from Starfleet. He is just... He's a self-centered jerk right now. He's so obsessed with his own career and his legacy and looking good to Starfleet, and he's wrong. He is 100% in the wrong here.
I want to speak with the Hotari and get to the bottom of this before we get Starfleet involved.
I expect we'll meet resistance. The Hotari think we violated our neutrality by entering their minds. Assuming the negotiations are off, we no longer have an official role here.
We still have a responsibility to the Hotari and the Elydians.
The Takan are a threat to both their civilizations.
No. They're a threat to us all. The device Commander Rydek found in the Taconian Vault is an advanced delivery mechanism for a complex biogenetic transformation process.
Meaning what, exactly?
Not only are they bioforming innocent hosts, transforming them into Takan, they're taking the DNA and engrammatic data of a specific Taconian and displacing that of its host. It's a hostile takeover on a cellular level, bringing individual Takan back to life, one by one.
Is there some way it could be reversed?
That's exactly what I've been trying to find out. So far, it appears the answer is no. Once the Taconian takes control, the displacement of the host is irreversible. And the bioforming appears to be permanent. Petty Officer Maris called herself a scion of the flame, but the computer had no information about it.
She also shot the hell out of my ship as she escaped and nearly killed a few of our crew. So we know this about those scions. They're dangerous.
The Takan have crossed a line. That much is certain. However, meeting with the Hotari could offer insight into their true intentions. Under the pretense of an apology for betraying their trust and trespassing on their territory.
Given the options, this might be our best chance to find out more about what they have planned.
I couldn't agree more.
With the Cartabula gone, I can confirm we have regained warp capability and the use of our transporters.
Excellent. Commander Ermot, see if we can arrange a meeting on Hotari as soon as possible. As Ambassador Spock suggested, under the pretense of an apology.
Aye, Captain.
Nice work, everyone.
Except me, I assume.
You're long overdue for a duridium infusion.
Looks like I am.
Aside from almost running out of duridium, you're in good health.
Nice to get some positive news for a change.
You I don't worry about. The captain, however...
Yep.
Go on.
You see it, don't you? He's desperate. Withholding intel from Starfleet just to save his reputation. That's not normal behavior for a captain. I was relieved you called him out on it. You've spent enough time with him now, seen enough of how he runs the ship. If there's something wrong, as the ship's doctor, I need to know. Don't sugarcoat it. You know I wouldn't.
I'm gonna be honest here.
To be honest, I'm worried about him. It seems like the stress of this mission is getting to him. He has so much riding on its success, and I am concerned he'll do something rash to ensure it.
Good to know we see eye to eye on this. And I want to be clear, I care about Solano, I really do. I've been his doctor for years. There are more important things at stake than offending an old friend.
Yep.
If it gets any worse, you know where to find me.
Shares Jara's concern that his judgment may be impaired. It is absolutely impaired. He's
Jara.
worrying too much about the wrong things.
Monitor your duridium levels. I'll be right back.
And hey, there's my girlfriend again.
How's your wound?
Like it was never there. I feel lucky you were there with me. Without you, I'd be, well... Thank you for saving my life.
Like, early on, I mentioned that, like, Bedrosian felt weirdly flirty towards Jara. Damn if Tylus isn't absolutely infatuated.
Even with the wonders of your technology, it wouldn't have mattered if you'd left me for dead.
I should be thanking you. You took that disruptor shot for me. Without you, I might be the one in sickbay, or worse.
Well, I couldn't just let you die. Not after all you did to help.
I won't forget it.
We saw the truth down in those mines. What Sidron and Galvin really are. Who they've become. The lengths they're willing to go to. What they did to that Lydian. It's hard to accept. That everything I thought I knew, so much was a lie. The horror of that underneath our feet the entire time.
What we learned down there will help us win this fight. Truth is power, and we'll use that to stop Galvin and Sidron.
If you're right, then it was worth it. I truly hope you're right.
Of course I'm
Commander
right.
Rydick, you're needed on the bridge at once.
What is it?
The Hotari have agreed to meet.
Little unexpected. Only a little.
They haven't found us yet.
Can't just wait to be rescued. We have no idea when or if the Resolute is gonna catch up. But if we can get access to the Zeldi systems, we might be able to figure out what the Takan are up to. You got somewhere we could do that? Power cells. The Lydians must supplement main system power with these.
Come on, Carter. We need to stick with the tall guy.
Am I wrong, or did he have a weird delivery of that?
No time to look over here. I better follow Major Arminta.
Then why give me the option to look at stuff?
Good thing this was here. Made it a lot easier to transport across the ship. If we took another second, Miranda might have...
Can't run. Oh, yes I can.
For how uptight the Illydians are, their cargo bay is kind of a mess.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
Huh. Illydian consoles still have mechanical keyboards as a backup.
Seems like a good idea.
Looks airtight and climate controlled. Must be where they put the precious cargo. Based on how this is reinforced, probably contains dilithium. Stray phaser blast could cause a piezoelectric rupture and blow a hole in the ship. Better be careful.
Also, should probably keep that in mind for, you know, one of those things that could be kind of useful to know. Under the right circumstances, that could be useful.
Up there? Alright. Etzelar, let's do this.
The internal sensors.
The what?
When they scan the ship for life signs, they'll know right where we are.
There must be devices that perform the scan.
Right there. And there. There's several of them around the room.
Got it. We'll disable them.
How? They're too high to reach, even for me.
Not too high for our phasers.
Low power, Nelly. Let's not set off any fire alarms.
I got the ones over here.
I feel like that was like a way to ruin my fun.
Got one. Another down.
Hurry, Carter!
I am! Only one left.
Here it
Piece
comes.
of cake.
It worked. They won't be able to detect us.
That buys us some time.
Now that the Zeldi has its power again, I might be able to access some of the ship's systems from here. I'll take care not to give away our position.
The Takan might not even know we're still on board this ship. Miranda only saw us transport away. She probably thinks we're back on the Resolute.
Miranda.
Don't give up on her yet, Carter. She had you in her sights, and she didn't shoot. That means the real Miranda is still in there. The Takan don't have her. Not completely, at least. She must still feel something.
Let's hope so.
That is a reason to hold out hope.
And a reason to remember the Takan haven't just hijacked this ship. They've hijacked every body they're in. I know she played us, used her sympathies, your relationship to break out of sickbay.
Shared Carter's optimism that there might be a way to get Miranda back when they were aboard the Zeldi.
But maybe there's a way to turn her back and Miranda could help us stop the Takan. Here, on the ship. Just because the Trill joining is permanent doesn't mean the Takan bioforming has to be.
I've heard enough of your prattling on about your friend. You have to think like a soldier. She's our enemy now. She'll be dealt with like the rest of the Takan.
My friend Miranda is not responsible for what she's doing. The Takan have taken control of her mind. We certainly can't kill her for it.
Speak for yourself. If anyone threatens the Empire, they are the enemy. It's just one life, and it's already been lost.
You don't get to talk about Miranda.
You don't get to ignore the truth.
We don't like this any more than you do. The Takan are a threat to all of us. They turned our crewmates too. Do you really think they're gonna stop there?
All I know is that more of my people have been lost to the transformation than yours. Not to mention my admiral and the others
Fair.
who didn't survive your rescue attempt. Our losses are mounting.
I mean, like, your rescue attempt. We tried. You can't blame us for what went wrong. You all would have died if we hadn't helped. Like, every single one of you would be dead if we hadn't gotten involved. So, like, come on, dude. Come on, guy. On a side note, I never mentioned, but our Minta here is voiced by Jim Meskimen, the same guy who voices Captain Solano. Not a whole lot more voice actors that I'll need to mention. I think just 2 or 3 more voice actors left to mention for people that we haven't come across yet.
Yours are just beginning.
We're stuck on this ship, same as you.
I'm blocked out of helm control. Propulsion? And they're closing down systems faster than I can check them. They're always changing these interfaces. I can hardly keep up.
Let us help.
Fine. They're using a senior officer's access code to lock down our systems from the bridge. The Takan must have turned someone in command.
Here's something.
Navigational
I
data.
can see the course they have plotted in. Long way from Hotari space.
I hope the Resolute is all right back there.
Oh, they'll be fine.
The Zeldi. That's where we are.
That's not
Thanks.
exactly news.
Thanks, guy.
The Lydian fleet has explored a lot of systems, but it's all in the opposite direction of where we're going. We're headed to the edge of the galaxy.
Nothing but uninhabited systems along the way. And if we keep going, we'll leave charted space. A lot sooner than I like to think about, too.
That can't happen. We need to take control and turn this ship around. Get back to the front lines of the battle for Elydia.
We are on the front lines. They're going to do this all over the quadrant. The whole Federation is at risk.
That is a possibility, but it's already a reality for my people.
I'm sure it's pretty
Fair.
damn real for the people who are trapped in their own bodies controlled by the Takan. You can't just turn your back on them.
I'll take this ship without you if I have to. And I'll bring it back to Elydia, or I'll destroy it. I won't let it stay in the hands of the enemy.
Think strategically. We stand a better chance by working together. You're right to be angry, but it doesn't do any good to turn it on us.
Fair enough.
The most important thing is that we get control of this ship, so that we don't end up so far away that the Resolute can't ever catch up to us.
Hey, Arminta's added to the list. Thought highly of Carter's efforts to defuse the tension and overcome their differences aboard the Zeldi. I'm good like that. I'm cool like that. I assume pretty much I assume just about all the people who have voice actors, almost all the people who have voice actors listed online will probably end up in this list, probably.
And if we control the Zeldi, that also means they can't use that Cartabula thing.
I'm not sure we can do much more from here.
What's this? It's a data stream.
It looks to be a two-way communication.
Let me see if I could put it through a demultiplexing processor.
Can you get that clearer?
I'm trying. Okay. That should do it.
Hello? Can you read me?
Itasca, is that you?
Major!
It's my lieutenant.
That's actually one of the last few voice actors. Victoria Atkin. Not completely sure if she's anyone interesting. Just gonna look her up real quick just to see if she's done anything particularly notable. Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Some show called Extinct. Another show called Hollyoaks. Looks like she does a fair number of voice. Looks like she does some additional voices in Diablo 4. She's in Forspoken. Yeah, just a few things here and there. Yeah, basically just someone who's done a few things here and there. Cool, then.
Where are you?
I'm here with some of the others. We're trapped in the ATP.
Our artillery targeting platform.
The bulkheads are sealed, and ruptured power conduits on the other side are discharging at high voltage. Major, we've seen Sidron and the other Atari, and if we can get free, I think we'll be able to overpower them and take back the ship.
Itasca, are you still there? Itasca, are you still there?
You shouldn't trust anyone else you meet. The Hatari have been transforming people on this ship. We've seen it happen.
Bioforming.
It's only a matter of time before any remaining crew are turned against us. You have to come and help us.
I gotta ask, are you sure that's really your comrade?
It's Itasca. You're going to have to trust me. I know Lieutenant Itasca well. That's her. Clear and not under duress beyond our current circumstances. I'm sure of it.
I can do that, Major.
Then we don't have time to lose. We'll make it to you undetected and we'll free you from the ATP.
We'll be ready and waiting, sir.
I may not know the computers very well, but I know every inch of this ship. I can get us there, safely, through the back routes.
Might be useful to have your phaser out, guy. But what do I know? Wonder how many of these people here are Takan.
may approach.
Your Majesty, an apology is in order. The Federation...
Spare us your apologies, your excuses, your pathetic explanations. You said you were here under the pretense of peace, yet you trespassed into our minds. I should have known you couldn't be trusted when you sided with the Illidians. Your intentions have been clear from the start.
I take full responsibility for my actions, which were entirely my own, not the Federation's.
How noble.
Your Majesty, if I may.
Surprised when Jara accepted responsibility for trespassing in the mines, and he was amused by her bold and aggressive statements in the Queen's chamber.
Her actions nearly caused a war.
I was addressing the Queen.
Galvin speaks for the Hotari now.
Fortunately, we were able to resolve this ourselves despite your interference. The Illidians have agreed the mines will remain under Hotari control.
We now recognize the Hotari as the sole authority in this region. Your presence here is no longer necessary.
So you can consider the matter resolved.
Why would you do that? You've given up everything and gained nothing.
We have peace. Fairness was never part of the bargain.
I thank you for coming. But the sooner the Federation leaves, the better.
The hell we will.
Captain?
What about my crew trapped aboard that ship? Or what you did to my security team? The data you stole? I want to make one thing clear. No one is to leave Hotari space without Federation approval. No one.
You think you have that power, when in fact you have none. You came here under the presumption you would be the ultimate authority. That you would show up and render judgment in this petty dispute over precious resources between lesser people. But instead, your arrogance and self-interest was your undoing. Blinding you to the real power at work here. Something far beyond your feeble imagination.
Well,
enough of this nonsense. You're not fooling anyone. We know you're Takan.
Yep. Time to just, let's just get it out.
A word I haven't heard in a very long time. At the height of our power, the Takan Empire spanned hundreds of thousands of light years and trillions of Taconians.
An empire that encompassed what is now considered Federation territory.
What's yours was once ours, so it feels only right that we reclaim what was lost. Everything you hold dear will be gone. The first of many painful losses to come.
You do realize this will never work. The Federation will stop you no matter what it takes.
Will they? From what I can tell, the Federation is little more than a loose assemblage of the weak and the misguided. But I certainly invite them to try.
You're wrong. The Federation is actually surprisingly strong. I mean, it's fought quite a few wars. Romulans, Klingons, the Dominion, Borg. Maybe you've heard of those guys? Or maybe not. You died hundreds of thousands of years ago. Maybe they don't know the Borg. We don't know when the Borg first showed up. And they were on the other side of the galaxy in the Delta Quadrant. So they may not have actually heard of the Borg. But regardless, it's impressive. You know, Federation fighting off the Borg, it's still impressive. It's not, they're not an easy threat. So, I don't know. The Federation's, for as much as it's supposed to be a scientific organization, the Federation can actually fight pretty well.
You might be surprised how many want to be part of the most advanced civilization the galaxy has ever seen. We will not stop until we've reclaimed what is rightfully ours. Imagine what a queen, a starship captain, or even a Federation ambassador could accomplish if their power was wielded by a truly superior entity. In the face of such impossible odds against an adversary so clearly more advanced in every way, the only logical choice is to submit.
Never.
Seize them.
Get us out of here, now!
We're gonna lose somebody.
Ride it to Resolute. Beam us out.
Nope. Didn't lose anyone. Shocking. Genuinely thought one of the people...
You ever done something like this before?
Close quarters combat? Infiltrating an enemy stronghold?
Something like that.
I once spent 6 days crawling through sewers during the siege of Tofar Ket to retake the citadel there. That's just one of many campaigns I've served in. My dress uniform is well decorated. I can assure you of that.
I'm sure you've given yourselves plenty of medals.
Damn!
I'm glad we're here with you. We need your kind of experience.
I should say you do. And I'll be glad to have Lieutenant Itasca with us. She fought shoulder to shoulder with me in that siege.
So you're pretty close, huh?
She's like a daughter to me. She's saved my life more than once. She's more than just a comrade in arms.
Don't worry. We'll get her and the others free.
I'll worry less when that's been done. But once we have my comrades, proper soldiers, we'll be able to retake the bridge.
Damn. Little burn there. Grateful for Carter's confidence and optimism when he expressed concern about Lieutenant Itasca aboard the Zeldy. I have a bad feeling that Itasca will already be turned.
Our fleets will catch up to us. The ATP is just down that corridor.
Is this the artillery platform?
This is the power distribution for the forward armament cluster.
Yeah, I gotta be honest, I got myself a bad feeling here. Maybe not.
There was combat here. Disruptor burns on the walls. Signs of a grenade detonation.
If there was a fight, the Takan might still be nearby.
Maybe my people killed them.
Or they could be waiting for us.
And that's a problem for when we meet them.
The distribution conduits have been knocked loose. The currents in those lines would be lethal. Is there any way to power those down?
Each circuit has a control panel that regulates power to the magnetobanks.
I can track connections between the power lines and the control panels. I should be able to clear a safe path to your crew.
We'll get the door open here.
It's heavy.
Not even gonna come in with me? I'm just left on my own here, alright. Assume I need to do this one in order. I assume hurrying and probably a good idea.
Federation, you made it.
Barely. There's a lot of collateral damage out here.
They backed us into a corner.
We did that to drive them out. Put some space between us and the enemy. They're here.
Uh-oh.
Get down!
I think they've given up on capture.
We'll never make it if we go back that way. You, give me a hand with this! Go! Go!
Behind us!
Nice move. Objects with explosive over them will explode when shot. Take out multiple enemies at once.
Go, Federation! You take the lead. We'll keep them busy.
Fall back! Hold him back! We can't let him reach the stairs!
This might not go too well. I guess. I knew I'd die. Alright.
Fall back! Hold him back! We can't let him reach the stairs!
I think I'll probably have to start over. I think I'll probably have to do it on story mode.
You're outnumbered!
Come on!
I got it! I got it! Second time.
No! No! You can't just run in there.
You must live to fight.
We got a handful of soldiers now anyway.
We let the enemy take them. Hadri and Private Turo.
They weren't the only ones. But if we hadn't, it would have been all of us. I'll have to live with that, and I'll answer for it when I die. It's not the Illydian way to leave one of our own behind. It's a sin to do so.
We've lost people too. I know it's not easy.
What makes it worse is that when we were in there, trapped, Hadri is the one who said that we had to live to fight. And we all agreed. We said, if one of us was taken, the others wouldn't stop.
Thankful for Carter's empathy and understanding when she shared her guilt over the fellow soldiers they couldn't save aboard the Zeldy.
We'd keep going, make our way to the bridge. They died so we could fight on.
The Takan don't want them dead.
They want to steal their bodies. And steal their minds.
The Takan knows everything the host knows.
That means they know our plan. They know we're heading to the bridge.
Which means finding a different plan.
Tylus, you should be in sickbay.
I'll finish this.
I'll finish this. You spend time with your big girlfriend. And,
I couldn't just lie there knowing the entire fate of Hotari hangs in the balance. How did it go? You look exhausted.
I'm not gonna lie. It was pretty rough.
Oh no. That's what I was afraid of.
Yep.
I heard a rumor that they'd made a deal, that the Elydians agreed to peace. After what we saw Sidron do to the diplomat in the mines, I could hardly believe there was hope, but then... Is that true?
I'm afraid the truth is far worse than that.
There's no deal.
No. They're all Takan now. The Hotari, the Elydians. Everyone.
No. That can't be true.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Where will I go? I can't go back.
You'll have to stay with me.
I don't have a home anymore. Everything I've ever known is gone.
Hotari isn't lost yet. This is far from over. It will be your home again, I promise.
Thank you.
And if not, you stay with me.
The Federation stands with the Hotari. You don't have to doubt it for a second.
Yellow alert.
Devastated to hear the disturbing news from Hotari, but took solace in Jar's words of reassurance. Yeah, I mean, you know, if you got, you can come stay with me. I'm sure my quarters is big enough for the two of us. Might need to requisition a bigger bed, but... On the other hand, I doubt the small bed means having to snuggle up real close.
Commander Rydick, we need you on the bridge immediately.
Yep, yellow alert does mean that.
We've got an Elydian ship, the Veskar, rapidly bearing down on our position.
Or what was the Veskar? Now I'm not so sure.
Bring it up on the view screen.
600 kilometers in closing. Still coming straight for us. Commander?
Have you tried hailing them?
Try it.
Hailing the Elydian ship now. No response.
400 kilometers in closing.
Shields up. Ready phasers.
Shields up. Phasers ready. Incoming.
Lock phasers and open fire.
Heavy damage. But deflectors still at full power?
That bypassed our shields entirely.
That's impossible. God damn it, return fire. Everything we've got. Rydick, modulate the shield frequencies. See if you can get us any cover.
Commander,
I've got this. Just keep firing.
Try that.
shields still have no effect.
That doesn't make sense.
I'll try another.
I really heard Liara's voice in that. That doesn't make sense. Like, that was for the most part, because she's not speaking with that whisper, she doesn't really sound too much like Liara. But that one, there's just something about the delivery that's like, wow, that is a Liara delivery.
There! We've got incoming! How do they keep matching our shield frequency?
They couldn't. Unless... they've compromised our shield algorithms. They can bypass our shields at will.
What?
Captain!
He's out cold!
Not good?
Why'd they stop?
Damage report.
Running on emergency power. Major hull damage on decks 4 through 7. Warp core is stable and intact.
We're completely vulnerable.
Commander, we're being held by the Veskar. It's Galvin.
Oh. Let's buy some time.
Commander Rydek, where's your captain?
Out cold.
Not dead, I hope. At least, not yet.
Don't take it personally, but he had better things to do than talk to you.
Did he? Well, perhaps he's busy repairing his pathetic little ship. I have to give you credit, Commander. You survived longer than I thought you would. But make no mistake, your shields are useless, your weapons ineffective, and there's nothing you can do. I could destroy you at any moment. But I'd rather hear your pleas for mercy first. Your existence is entirely in my hands, and I'm not in a forgiving mood.
It's entirely possible you could destroy us. But the truth is, we're worth more to you alive than dead. Better if we report back to Starfleet about the power of Taconian technology, and the futility of fighting it.
There might be value in that.
On the other hand, Starfleet's not one for bowing down to futility.
I've been thinking about what you said, Commander.
Resistance is not futile.
That the Federation would stop me no matter what. Your performance in this encounter has not supported that claim.
Veskar's weapons are powering up.
But the Takan are not mere savages. So I've decided to let you live.
He wanted to see me
because there's
sweat.
merit to the idea you're worth more to me alive. Tell your Federation that Takan are as merciful as they are powerful. That you were fortunate to escape with your lives. But next time, you may not be so lucky. If you're even brave enough to face me again.
This isn't over.
I assure you, we've only just begun.
I do like that little bit where he's just sort of staring us down, clearly wanting to see us sweat. Luckily, Jara didn't really sweat. Annoyed by Jara's refusal to recognize the power of the Takan when the Veskar had the Resolute at its mercy. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. I didn't mean to annoy you. Sorry, guys.
I've lost their signal.
Can you track their warp signature?
Nothing. It's untraceable, just like before.
Notify Ambassador Spock. I want everyone in the briefing room to discuss our options.
And somebody wake up the captain. Oh, there we go.
What's the status of the repairs?
Hull breach should be patched up in a matter of hours. Impulse power is at 67%. Should be fully restored soon.
Still no luck tracking Galvin's warp signature. They've all but disappeared.
Keep trying. Finding that son of a bitch is the best shot we've got.
Commander Rydick, you had the Khan after the ship was attacked. What is your assessment, given our current situation and the losses we have suffered?
It would appear we are severely outmatched.
In that case, we might have an option.
Valued Jar's honest assessment of the situation after the Resolute was attacked by the Beskar. Yeah, there's no getting around it. They absolutely kicked our butts. They beat us hard.
Portal 6-3, Guardian of the Takan Empire. If anyone could find Galvin, it would be him.
But would he want to help?
That's assuming he's willing to help us.
True, but there's only one way to find out.
Wouldn't we need to secure authorization from the Federation Council to contact him?
The nearest Federation outpost is Andoria. I can travel there by shuttle and inform them personally of the threat from the Takan. Meanwhile, the Resolute can travel to the Delphi Ardu system in search of Portal 6-3.
I still have my doubts.
I do not. Captain William T. Riker has first-hand experience with the area and with Portal 6-3. His guidance will prove invaluable and should alleviate your concerns.
Delphi Ardu 4 is a restricted zone for good reason. For all we know, we could be walking into a trap. Not to mention the high likelihood Portal 6-3's allegiance will be with the Takan.
We got no options. Like, literally, there are not options, Cap.
It's just too much of a risk. A waste of time. Time we can't afford to lose.
Right now, we have no way of knowing where those two Elydian ships are, or where they're going. Another Taconian might be able to at least point us in the right direction.
Or we're the ones pointing him right toward his fellow Takan, making the problem worse.
I am inclined to agree with Commander Rydick. Her logic is sound.
You can see the reasoning behind Jar's rational approach to traveling to Delphi Ardu 4, despite his concerns they might be walking into a trap. I mean, yeah, it's just... what else are we going to do?
This portal may have knowledge that proves to be invaluable, including information on the nature of the Cartabula. We must act on the facts at hand.
Then we'll give it our best.
I'll arrange a meeting with Captain Riker.
And I will speak with the Council. They need to understand the magnitude of the situation. I can leave for Andoria immediately. I wish you luck finding Portal 6-3. The very future of the Federation may rest in your hands.
It takes a minimum of 8 crew on the bridge to run the ship.
Where am I at for time? An hour. Okay. So I've hit an hour, so that makes this a good place to stop. Yeah. Yeah, I think Solano has absolutely no choice at this point but to accept, yeah, we gotta tell the Federation. We gotta tell the Council. His reputation isn't gonna mean much if the Federation gets taken over by the Takan, so... it's increasingly tense. And yeah, a lot of tense stuff in both Rydick and Carter's, or Diaz's stories. Things getting more serious. And yeah, I continue. I'm still having a good time with this game. It's fun. It's fun. Sadly, we've moved away a bit from the science aspects, from the exploration and learning and stuff like that. But I'm sure we'll still get some of that here and there. I imagine there's still going to be opportunities for it. Um, and it does still remain a narrative-driven game rather than an action-driven game. Still more about dialogue than pew pew. And I do prefer the dialogue over the pew pew. Wonder how much of the game I have left at this point. Probably not a huge amount of the game left, frankly. This would be what, 7 hours? 7 or 8 hours in, I think. I'd be surprised if the game lasts more than like 12 hours, frankly. So, a shame, but I suspect I am probably getting relatively close to the end of the game. But I'm sure, hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully there's still plenty to go. And I mean, I have enjoyed it so far, and I'm sure I'll enjoy the remainder of it. So, yeah, hope to see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching.